if you're thinking like, hey man, I got a bunch of cards, but you want to go to a sports card shop, I'm gonna tell you a couple things. Sports card shops are like or they're like pawn shops. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They have a huge overhead. So
Yeah.
when they hear somebody over the phone call, or they see somebody walking in with a box of collection, they're gonna hit you just like pawn shop will hit you. They're probably gonna give you 15 to 30% of what your cards are worth. I'm just being honest. And what they're gonna
Yeah.
do, they don't like to give out cash. They like to give you store credit. So that way you could turn around and buy from them, buy more from them. So if you sell it yourself or find somebody like myself, they're gonna be willing to pay you, more money, 50%,
Yeah.
50 to 70% of what your cards are worth, and help you get more for your money. I'm not just saying
That
that
makes
so I can get
sense.
more business because I have a lot of business as it is. And
Sure.
I'm happy to take on more business and happy to answer questions or happy to help people find cards. If you're looking for certain players for your husband, for your sons, for your kids, let me know. If you want mystery packs put together, I could put you a mystery pack together. If you want, say like, if you want something put together, just reach out to me and I got you. I'll take care of you of your favorite players or whatever. Um, just be careful out there because there's a lot of scammers. And if you're ever going to buy anything on social media, you don't have to worry about this with whatnot. But let's say you see something on Facebook, you're like, oh, I want that. Make sure you use PayPal. And if you use PayPal, make sure that you pay with goods and services. So that way you're protected because there's a lot of scammers out there. And if you're going to buy something, and if they say, hey, I got you, do me a favor. I don't, so that way we don't pay fees, send me friends and family. And
Yeah.
that's a typical indicator. If you don't know somebody, that's a typical
Like
indicator
a
and a
red
red flag
flag.
of a scammer. And because I helped a lot of people, um, people come to me, hey, do you know this person? Yeah, for sure. I met a lot of friends that way by looking out and say, hey, look, that's a scammer. They have an alternate name and an alternate account. Oh, they wanted you to pay friends and family. Yep. No way. Another thing is, I'll leave you with this, unless you have any more questions for me. Okay, online, sports card community, the ones that are just starting out, right? Do not do any trades online. If you're going to do a trade, make sure it's in person, face to face. The reason for that is because I'm pretty sure most of the people that are going to be watching this, or most of the people out there in the sports card hobby, or that are wanting to get into the sports card hobby that collect, are good people, right? But you're going to have those like that they're like there's wolves out there, and there's people that they
Hmm.
like to prey on the innocent. So while you're sending out your cards and you're trusting people because you're a good person, you're doing the right thing, the other person has no intentions of sending their card out to you, and they probably don't even have that card. Do not do online trades. Only do face to face in person trades. And if somebody that you buy from says, "Here, let me show you. I'll create you a shipping label," right? So, to give you peace of mind. Keep this in mind. You could create a shipping label and still never ship the card.
That's true. That's true.
So you always got to
Yeah.
make sure that you cover your bases. And I'm real big on helping people not get scammed. Um, and that's how I have a lot of returning buyers because I've looked out in the past for so many people and help people like recover money because guess what? I've been scammed. And you learn through your experiences and you learn through, going through certain situations and you're like, shit, I'd never do that again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And that's good. That's a good note to end on too. Is just kind of an awareness for folks out there wanting to get into the hobby, or
oh, for
just
sure.
not necessarily wanting to sell, but maybe you just want to do some buy some stuff. Maybe try to rebuild your old collection when you were a kid.
Oh yeah.
I would recommend you go through somebody who's already been vetted, somebody who's trusted, somebody who has an online presence, somebody you could see, put a face to their name. And so that's why I wanted to have Billy on, and just you know show what he can offer. And I'd love to have another episode where we can go deeper. We got more time into your cards. I'm sure you have a vast collection, and people would love to see that. But
What I can
hey,
do,
thanks for yeah.
I was gonna say what I can do is we could do like a little short, create a short like a part two, and I can set up a
Hmm.
table and I can have the whole table filled with cards, and we could just kind of like I can go one by one and just show you like a whole like show you like a little piece of the collection and some of the inventory. Because I'm pretty sure there's people out there that still collect that have thought about getting
Yeah,
back into collecting, and they're just like they just never really like had that push or that bump or like they never really knew anybody that was reputable. You know what I'm saying? Like in their
sure.
circle that it can in their circle or like a friend of a friend or something that somebody they could trust to kind of step out and be like, start putting a collection together again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. We'll definitely have to sync back up for that for sure. Well, thanks for joining, and thanks for tuning into this episode. Hopefully, this is useful. I really enjoyed this. I'm a card guy myself,